opportunity for Aussie Open's Kyle Fletcher. Tonight on Loaded, he goes one-on-one with the defiant world champion Rampage. If Fletcher wins, he will be added to the main event of No Regrets. Dave Bradshaw here with James R. Kennedy. And James, what a chance this is for young Kyle Fletcher.
Amazing opportunity for one half of Aussie Open to fight his way into the main event of No Regrets. And speaking of fighting, that's what you're going to see tonight. Gabriel Kidd, the number 30 entrant in the No Regrets Rumble, one-on-one with the prestigious one, Joe Hendry.
Yeah, last time that match happened was at Magnificent 7. It was a 20-minute time limit draw. The rematch is happening right now.
Here comes the man who, for my money, is the favourite in that upcoming No Regrets Rumble.
The opening contest of Loaded, it is singles bout, set for one fall. And it has a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Nottingham, England. Weighing in tonight at 200 pounds, the young bull, Gabriel Kidd.
Well, there you go. There's Gabriel Kidd's character all in one 30-second, 1-minute spell there. You saw him make everyone wait, come out when he wants to. You saw him attack Stevie Aaron on his way out as well. That is the kind of man Gabriel Kidd is.
And here comes a man who has a different kind of attitude.
His opponent, from Edinburgh, Scotland, weighing in tonight, 228 pounds, he is the prestigious one, Joe Hendry!
Joe Hendry, the prestigious one, has wanted a piece of Gabriel Kidd for a very long time. He earned the right to do just that with his victory at Lights Out over John Batbones Klinger. Hendry deciding last week to call out that right and to say that he would have that match this week.
And remember, the last time these two men went nose to nose at the Magnificent 7, they went to a time limit draw. They stole the entire show. And I get the feeling they're going to do the exact same to kick off this week's Loaded.
Well, it was Hendry who was apparently on the brink of victory when that time limit expired at Magnificent 7. So the prestigious one with plenty of reason to be confident that he can take down Gabriel Kidd here. But if there's one thing you can say for Gabriel Kidd, it's that he's not lacking in self-belief.
Well, why would Gabriel Kidd be lacking in self-belief? The same goes for Joe Hendry. When you look at these two athletes inside that professional wrestling ring, you see the future of this industry.
Hendry is trying to use that amateur background to take Kidd down. And this was one of the very interesting things about that first match at Magnificent 7. Given the hatred between these two, we were expecting a brawl from the get-go, but actually it was much more of a mat-based technical match, at least for much of that 20 minutes. And to be fair to Kidd, he hung in there with Hendry.
Well, both these men have spent time abroad honing their skills. Gabriel Kidd in Japan, Joe Hendry all over the world as part of Team Scotland in the Commonwealth Games. It's all about one-upsmanship for both these athletes.
Gabriel Kidd is certainly talented, but he's also riding his luck here in Define. He's drawn number 30, the best possible draw for that No Regrets Rumble, and you say that makes him the favourite.
Oh, 100%. 100% Gabriel Kidd now is the firm favourite for that No Regrets Rumble. He has to be.
Well, we are just a couple of weeks away now from No Regrets, so we don't have too long to wait. By the way, the man that Kidd defeated at Lights Out, David Starr, we know he has drawn number 1 in that Rumble, which is the opposite of good luck.
Well, David Starr is going to have to go the distance. Now, David Starr, his cardio is pretty good. I'm going to give him that. He can go for a long time, but he's going to have to go for the longest time at No Regrets. He's the #1 entrant, and imagine he made it all the way to the end, and then he sees that timer countdown, and Gabriel Kidd come out as number 30.
Kidd has been trying, I think, with some success to get into the head of David Starr as of late by saying that he's a failure, that he always gets close to winning and then bottles it, for want of a better phrase. But Hendry came out to defend Starr last week, to say that David Starr is one of the top names in independent wrestling today, but Starr didn't like Hendry coming out to defend him.
Certainly didn't, and Gabriel Kidd now deciding to take a little breather on the outside, assess his options. That's what separates this young man from the rest of the pack. He belies his young age with his wit, his smarts. He knows what he's doing every second he's inside that ring, and as we just saw, outside it as well, calculated.
Hendry pretty calculated himself in his approach here. He's giving Kidd plenty of respect in terms of his ability, if not in terms of his attitude.
And then to your point, Bradshaw, there's almost a begrudging level of respect for each man's skill set. They might not like one another personally, but they know how accomplished each other is inside that ring.
Tried to hook him up for a pin there, did Hendry, but Kidd got one leg in the ropes to ensure that that pinfall wouldn't be registered. Kidd is talking trash to Hendry, then what you got?
That's what Gabriel Kidd does. And usually it's successful. I'm not too sure he's going to get inside the head of the prestigious one, but hey, maybe he already has.
Tie up here, they've been hooked up for a long time. Finally goes into the ropes, and so much for a clean break. I guess we wouldn't expect one from Kidd.
Competition is rife here in Defiant Wrestling generally, but when you look at Gabriel Kidd and Joe Hendry, as I said earlier, you see the future around here.
This rear waist hook from Hendry, rolling Kidd all around the ring, again finally into the ropes. Hendry won't mind though, because that was making a statement to Gabriel Kidd, and you can see the look on Kidd's face. It says very much that message was received.
Gabriel Kidd just taking his time, drawing off with some of the patrons here in Newcastle. Peasants, I mean, not patrons.
I thought you were being a bit nice for you.
It was a mistake, it won't happen twice.
Well, Hendry in some trouble here. Courtesy of Kidd bending that left leg and driving his elbow into that soft part of the knee. Knee pad, a little bit of protection, but not much for Hendry.
And this is what I'm talking about when it comes to Gabriel Kidd. Still in his early 20s, but he wrestles like he's been doing this for 30, 40 years.
He's a student of the game, is Gabriel Kidd. Studied classic wrestling from the past several decades. They've all been an influence on his style. He's learned the bad as well as the good in terms of the way he behaves when he comes out here, and that is the problem that I think most fans have with him, and the problem we would all have if he were to win that Rumble.
Well, again, he has to be considered the favourite for that, going in as number 30. The last man to enter, he could be the last one to leave, and he could win himself a shot at that Defiant Championship.
Fireman's carry takedown from Hendry. It's a 2 count. Kidd once more backing off under that bottom rope to ensure that Hendry couldn't string a couple of moves together there. He's trying to break up the rhythm of Hendry. Oh. He's having limited success because a big shoulder block from Hendry, and the lateral press gets a 2 count.
And they're so well matched, both these men. Now, every hero, every villain, they have their opposite. Batman has the Joker, and Joe Hendry has Gabriel Kidd, and vice versa.
Kidd goes to cover again.
I'll leave it up to you to decide who's the hero and who's the villain.
Well, that's not hard to work out.
What do you mean?
Anyway, Hendry going for the Hendry lock, it looks like, trying to twist that ankle around. And this was the move that almost put away Kidd before that time limit expired at Magnificent 7.
Now, Gabriel Kidd grabbing at the hair of Joe Hendry, who just swats him off. Continues applying the pressure.
Hendry now gets it. Now he's got it. There's the Hendry lock. The Hendry lock from Hendry. Kidd uses that spare leg to boot Hendry right in that left side of the pectorals and forced him away. Now Kidd has got Hendry in the corner. Big uppercut. Hendry responds with one of his own.
Starting to heat up here on Loaded. It was only a matter of time.
Going through is Hendry. Once more gets those shoulders of Kidd down. Kidd needs to be careful. There's a warning sign because Hendry can get you in a pinning position from any one of 1,000 different positions.
The thing about every submission, specifically this one, from a man the size of Joe Hendry, you have all his body weight crushing your organs, your bones, your joints, everything. And you can see the pain etched on the face of Gabriel Kidd.
Hendry rolling back, grabbing that left leg, and now again looking for the Hendry lock. This time, once more, he's got it in. Kidd was able to escape last time. Hendry, I think, has got that ankle more twisted this time, and Kidd's going to try and do the same thing, going to try and use that spare leg, but Hendry not going to allow it. He's applied the half crab on top of the Hendry lock.
You imagine the pain coursing through the body of Kidd.
Gabriel Kidd with the body weight of Hendry on that leg as well. Kidd with his only options to get that bottom rope. Can he get there? Yes, he can.
The disappointment now on Joe Hendry's face tells the full story.
Hendry is feeling, though, that things are going his way. This second time of asking against Gabriel Kidd. A low blow! A low blow by Kidd, a blatant disqualification.
Here is your winner as a result of a disqualification, the prestigious one, Joe Hendry!
Kidd is still going here on Hendry.
Gabriel Kidd obviously not concerned with picking up the win here on Loaded, just wants to punish the prestigious one.
I don't think that Kidd thinks he can beat Hendry. He decided to go for the disqualification. David Starr! David Starr is here!
The number 1 against number 30 in the No Regrets Rumble.
Starr getting some payback for those words that Kidd had for him last week. Kidd trying to get out of here. Starr not letting him go anywhere. David Starr is furious. David Starr unloading here. On Gabriel Kidd.
Oh no, they're coming this way, Bradshaw.
They're right in front of us as Hendry's still in the ring. And Starr with the side suplex right on the apron.
Someone's going to have to stop this. That's merciless assault on the young bull.
This is returning to the locker room, and Hendry and Starr now eyeball to eyeball. These two had problems last week.
Now eye to eye.
Again, Hendry and Starr. The tension threatening to boil over.
Hendry asking Starr, you really want to steal my thunder?
It is pretty wild from Starr and Hendry. And now they unload. David Starr, Joe Hendry. It is boiling over between two of the entrants in the No Regrets Rumble.
Here comes security. Here comes some referees to break these men up. We might need more than that, boys. Wow.
Hendry and Starr having to be separated by officials, but there will be no one to separate them in just, 13 days' time. You can hear Starr saying, I'll see you at the Rumble. And he's absolutely right. Starr and Hendry at odds, heading towards the No Regrets Rumble.
This is intense, Bradshaw. Both these men. Now listen, the big question is, will David Starr see Joe Hendry in the No Regrets Rumble? Because we don't know what number the prestigious one drew, but we know that David Starr will be first through that curtain. He drew number 1.
This is intense, to say the least, between Hendry and Starr.
Referee security having trouble keeping these guys separated.
Yeah, well, on May 25th in Manchester, they won't have to because they're going to let these guys fight in that no regrets rumble. Starr now getting out of here. And Joe Hendry looking frustrated. Disqualification win for Joe Hendry against Gabriel Kidd, but David Starr lies in wait at the no regrets rumble.